Are you ready? Yeah! I want to know, is everybody ready? Yeah! All right, here we go.
Hey now. Yeah, Bobby back again from A Difference Is Doing It. Man, we're back for a big one this time. We're back for disc art giveaway number 10, the Wolverine disc. This thing came out so hot. Check it out. Can you see it? Oh, yeah. Can you see that? Oh, I'm not good at this part. You know, this one, it's not just big because we're cracking into double digits with this disc art giveaway, which is crazy. It's crazy. This one's big also because it's big. This is far and away the biggest disc dye tutorial that we've ever put together. Okay, some of our subscribers asked for us to do one, you know, with live commentary as opposed to captions and just like a beat, and the whole thing just moved super fast the whole way through. So you asked for it, you're gonna get it. Now we know that amongst, you know, our subscribers littered throughout the ranks of the TDIDI army, there's a bunch of different types of people. Some people like, you know, those quick little 7-8 minutes, and the whole thing just zips right by, and by the end you're just like, whoa! And some people, you know, they just like the giveaways. We get that. It's cool. That's cool. That's cool. And, you know, there's like maybe 1 or 2 people that think our disc golf videos are kind of funny. But maybe. Honestly, this one, it might not, I don't know. Maybe it's for, it might not be for you. It might bore the crap out of you. Okay? This is, because this one, what this one's really for is that there's a growing contingency of people amongst the ranks in the army that are, I mean, they're into doing it. Those are the ones that are coming here because they want to figure out how to do, they don't care about winning this thing. They want to make one themselves. This one is for you guys, and we love it. All right? This is the most comprehensive look behind the curtain into what it takes for some amateur dude like me to put together one of these. And I go through everything. I go through it all. Even the creative, the whole thing. Okay? All the ins and outs. And by the end, you know, you should be feeling like, yo, I can do this. Do you know why? You can do this. So this is about. Okay, so I think that you get the idea. I think you get what's going on. Okay, so if you're one of those other people who's into that other stuff, which is cool, we love it, stick around. Fast forward now to like somewhere around minute 44. 44. That's my boy. Okay, if you're one of those other people who are into doing it and you want to check this stuff out, like really deep, buckle in, because we're gonna get to doing it. All right, let's go. All right, let's start by cleaning this bad boy off. I love what happens when just one cotton ball. Now the first step is going to be to put on this old school Wolverine mask stencil that I've already weeded out. I think I'm just gonna eyeball it to center, but we need to get a piece of contact paper ready for it first. There you go. That should cover it. Yeah, that's gonna work just lovely. Now we're gonna lay the contact paper down, sticky side up. This bad boy on there. The key is to lay it on there so no bubbles get in between this and this. Okay, so starting at one side and then trying to roll it down while you rub it. Alright, now that it's down, I'm going to peel the backing, but first I like to give it a good old country rub with a credit card first, to make sure that when you peel the backing, the vinyl stays stuck to the contact paper and doesn't peel up with the backing itself. Okay, I think that's good enough. Up, peel it nice and slow. Now, if you kind of like fold it over and peel it parallel with the contact paper as opposed to peeling it up like this, yeah, it helps make it not stick too. Bang, there's his face. Now, if this were clear, like even see through a little bit, I'd probably do it this way. But since it's not, I'm gonna, oh gosh, do it this way. Sort of get an eyeball in the center, right there. Oh, get off there. I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. It's super sticky, so. Okay, I feel pretty confident about that center mark. Now, when you're laying this down, same thing. You don't want bubbles in between. It happens, but do your best to keep them out. This is how I do my best. I slowly lay it down while I'm rubbing and trying to make sure that the vinyl goes down even. This is another spot that requires a good amount of rubbing. So get your credit card and then rub that bad boy in there. This one, you're wanting to make sure that the vinyl is fully down on the plastic, on the disc. And really concentrate on the edges, because those little embossments that were left by the stamp, they love to let dye in, because the vinyl doesn't get all the way down in that little spot, and then the dye finds a little crease, and then it bleeds through, and that's how it bleeds. So, like, if you don't want bleeding, this step right here is the most important one. Like, giving it a good old-fashioned country rub down. Okay, and if you feel like the credit card's not doing it, use your guitar nails and get it on the edges. You gotta be careful though. If you keep rubbing too hard, your fingernail starts to get really hot. So switch fingernails then. Alright, I'm feeling good about how we rub that, and I'm tired of rubbing it. So now we're gonna peel the vinyl. Same thing when you peel the vinyl here is like when you're peeling the backing. If you can lay it down on the disc and then peel it straight across it, you're way less likely to grab little pieces of vinyl and peel them up. See that how it went by the eyeball there and didn't do it? Bang. Now we got his face ready to go. Alright. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try this. Okay, I think maybe you can see the old impression there. Okay? I'm going to try to hold this steady with my hand. And then like, right here, where the impression meets the sticker, like that's a super important spot that you got to pay attention to, and make sure that, like, if you don't feel comfortable that the vinyl's down there, maybe give it like a little touch up with a tiny tip of glue, because if there is a gap there between the vinyl and that little old stamp impression, it's gonna bleed, especially around that ring. And like every disc has one of those rings. Almost every disc has one of those rings, and it's its favorite spot to bleed. Okay, so I got another one right here that I'm gonna have to like make sure, and then like right here. And I may glue it. I may just, you know what, for the sake of talking my way through it with you, I'm gonna give it a little tiny tap. So snap a little bit right here. That's way more than I need. Get yourself a toothpick. These are skewers that have nice little points on them that I use. And then just get like a little bit on the end of the toothpick. Doesn't have to be much. It's almost like nothing. And then I don't even put it on the disc. I put it on the vinyl where that impression is, and then kind of just like bring it over the edge a little bit, because I don't want to overdo it on the plastic, because where the glue is, the dye ain't. It's not gonna, it ain't gonna go there. Now, you know, it's way easier to touch up maybe this little excess spot where there's glue afterwards than it is to fix a long bleed line. Okay, so I think that's going to do it. Now here's the good thing about doing glue touch-ups like this. It takes like no time at all to dry. I mean, half of it's dry from my hot breath already. But I keep a fan running out here on the camper, especially in the summertime. Like 2 minutes in front of the fan, this bad boy's going to be ready, because the glue's so thin. You know, when you're doing glue masking like for a spin or something like that, it's tough, because you got to wait like an hour or two. This will be ready in no time. So let it dry, circle back, and we'll move on to the next step. Bang! Okay. She dry. So the next step is going to be to color this mask chartreuse, which is a fancy word for yellow. And you're probably saying, but Pop cop. The disc is already yellow. The beauty of it. Okay, so because it's yellow, it's going to hide this yellow. Kind of. Mostly. You're still going to see it a little, especially if you're like inspecting it. But then, when we turn the black light on, bang! It's going to explode. UV explosion. And then eventually we'll put this Wolverine stencil right over top of it. And then that mask will like explode neon right through the Logan. It's gonna look dope. And then I'll figure out what to do with the rest. I haven't gotten that far yet. Some of this stuff kind of just comes together as it comes together, okay? So there's a lot of different ways to color this. On this one, I'm gonna use the brushwork. And I'm going to try to sort of follow the grain of the mask and hopefully get like some texturing left over that looks cool, because this image has, I think it'll fit with it. Alright, you know what I'm going to do before I do this? I'm going to get my little handy dandy black light flashlight. Oh yeah, it's going to work. When you use the black light flashlight like this, you can see the spots that you're not getting around the edges of the stencil. You can kind of touch it up and get it pretty consistent. Whoa, came pretty close to the edge there. Okay, I think we did it. Alright, I'm a little bit torn on what I want to do next here. If I want to outline this with black around that and the eyeballs, if I just want to leave it how it is. I need to think about it. Okay, I decided to wait. I want to see how the Logan stencil looks on top first, because it's going to be in black, before I put other black lines down around it that might interfere with the Logan stencil. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to peel the vinyl off of this bad boy. Okay, the part about this step that can really suck is when the adhesive from the vinyl sticks to the disc. It really sucks. So if you see that it's happening, you can do a couple things. You can like put it back down and pick it up, and put it back down and pick it up, put it back down and pick it up like that, and try to like get it up like that. And if that's working, great. If it's not, before you get too far, my advice is to take it inside. Take it inside. Like you guys are outside doing this on a camper too. My advice is to take it to the sink and peel it under some running water, like hot water, to help melt the vinyl, the adhesive while you're peeling the vinyl. And then as soon as you're done, switch it over to cold water, because that's good for the plastic and the dye, making sure that it stays on there. But this one is not sticking at all. Beautiful. And we're gonna get this whole shenanigan off of here in one clean move. Bada bing. Now for the eyeballs. Alright. Okay, I don't know if you can tell on the camera up there, but I can see a slight, a little yellow impression of his mask right now. And it blends in pretty good. Bang! Alright, so that worked, which is good stuff. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this Wolverine, this Logan stencil down, which I haven't weeded out yet because it's super detailed. I'm a little nervous about it. There are so many teeny tiny pieces. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen. Pa! It's like magic. Alright, but with stencils that are this detailed, I like to get them on the disc before I weed them out. Okay, because it holds all the vinyl in place. And it makes those teeny tiny pieces, not the ones you have to pick out, the ones you have to leave behind, the little islands, so much easier to work with. Okay, the thing you have to be careful of is cutting the disc while you're doing it. which it's taken me a lot of practice to get to the point where I feel pretty confident that I'm not cutting the disc up while using the knife. You'll see as we go through here. So we got to get some more contact paper ready to transfer this bad boy on there. Alright, I don't like the waist. This is a little wrinkly, but I can make this work. Alright, so just like before, I'm going to lay down just the bottom part first, and then slowly put it down as I rub. That one I don't feel one bubble, not one jack. Alright, now we get the credit card back out, and I'm going to try to rub this one down way more than the other one, because this stencil's super detailed compared to that Wolverine mask. So I'm probably going to kick it into super fast mode. I'm really getting at it. Worked up a little sweat there. Now I'm going to get the blade ready, because even though I really rubbed it good, I think, you know, sometimes the vinyl still sticks. And with the blade, you can kind of touch it up as you go. And I'm doing that folded in half peel move again. Oh, golden. Oh, just like Graham's. I didn't even need the blade. Now, this bad boy. Alright, so I'm using the black light to see the mask, to try to get Wolverine centered over the top. This time I started at the top instead of the bottom, but I'll spin around and do this. Yeah, so the vinyl's bigger than the disc on this one, which you can get like a clean rub to the edge here. I got. And you can turn it over and then give it a little stretch while you do it, and then wrap the vinyl around the back. Then hopefully those wrinkles are just on the back from the stretch instead of the front. And we're not going to wrap this side because I'm going to peel this contact paper off. But first thing is first, and that's rub this thing down. Look, I'm telling you, if you don't want it to bleed, I know this looks ridiculous, but this is the most important part, if you don't want it to bleed. So sometimes I rub it for a ridiculous amount of time, because I don't want it to bleed. I get over it when it does. But no one wants it to bleed. So rub it. Okay, it's a good rubbing. Now I'm going to peel the vinyl. I'm sorry, I'm going to peel the contact paper. I'm trying to do the fold it in half peel again. Okay. Now, this next part, it takes a long time. I'm not going to lie. But I may have to, because I have to bring some light right over the top of this bad boy in order to see good enough with these things. I don't think this camera's gonna work. Watch. It totally ruins it. Does it? Does it totally ruin it? Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll just leave it on. Oh, it's almost kind of spooky. I'll leave it on, and then we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna weed this. I'm going to super fast mode for most of the time, and then when I feel like I have something important to say that no one cares about, I'll slow it down, I'll say it, and I'll speed it back up. Let's do this. It's going to take a while. Look, it's one of his claw sets. You can see it happening. That's why I peeled those first. Intrigue. Okay, I know you can't see it, so you're just gonna have to trust me. But you get to points where you're weeding this out that there's a piece that's just way too big to weed, and it's too complex. And you know that if you try to do the whole thing at once, you're gonna mess it up. So you gotta cut it down a little bit. This is the spot you gotta be careful to not cut the disc. Picking out the little pieces, it's easy, okay? Just be careful. Cutting the vinyl and not cutting the disc. That's the part. So I have to do that right here to make it just this claw piece, and I don't want to start tearing out his face yet. So you can just gently lay it on there and go and see. You'll feel the blade catch the edge of the thing, and then very carefully to the next edge. You'll feel it happen. You'll feel it hit it just if you're gentle enough. So bang. Careful when you're cutting. I got it all weeded out. That wasn't easy. But, you know, it's worth it when you're done and it comes out good. I do like to give it like one last little once over with my thumbnail at this point, especially around some of the edges. Next comes the black. Now, I'm using Phoebing's black leather dye. This stuff's not a poly dye. It's different than the eye dye and the worm dip. So it doesn't, the polymers of the plastic don't open, accept it, and close. That's like the stupid Bob Cobb way of putting it. This stuff's gonna be on top and it's gonna stain instead of dye. It's a personal preference. Sometimes I use the black worm dip. Sometimes I use the black eye dye. Here's what I like about the Phoebings, is that over time, as the dye starts to fade into the plastic, Phoebings doesn't. This black stays like 1080 HD black, 4K HD black. Is it 8K now? 8K HD black. Right on top, as the other colors fade. Now, it's going to scuff, and it's going to scratch. That's sort of the trade-off. While it doesn't fade, it does scuff and scratch. But I find it's really easy to touch up, you know, if you want to. Discs, they're made for hucking, and if you take it out and do what you're supposed to with it, it's going to get scratched and scuffed up anyway. So, over time, as the colors fade into the disc, and the black stays popping on top, it's kind of hot. So, you know, you can use the Phoebings, you can use worm dip, or you can use eye dye. I guess it's up to you. But I really like the finish that this stuff gives. Super black. Okay, I think that's good. Now, I usually let this stuff dry for like an hour or so. And I put it back in front of that same fan that I use for drying the glue. So that's where this bad boy is gonna go. So once it's all dry, we'll peel the vinyl. Fingers crossed it didn't bleed. And we'll see how she's looking. Figure out what's next. Okay, we're back. The black dye has dried. I put a little food in my belly. And I'm ready to peel this bad boy. Looking good so far. Got a feeling it's going to take a little bit. We're going to have to go into super speed. Okay. I'm pretty sure I got it all off. There may be like a tiny little piece or two, which will come up when I rinse it. So dope. I think you can see that showing up there. Now I just gotta figure out what to do next. We're on the way. Here's where I'm at. I think what I want to do is put like a big red set of like Wolverine claws going across it. But I should have done that before the Logan stencil. So I'm gonna have to improvise a little bit. Here's what we're gonna do. I got this piece of contact paper here, and I'm just gonna draw some Wolverine claws on it. And I'm gonna hand cut them. Maybe I should do it on here. I'm trying to, you know, just kind of make them jagged, like they would be, I guess, if Wolverine rips through this contact paper. Wolverine hallmark #1. Hallmark #2. Alright, I think that's going to work. One of them is a little closer to the other, but I'm okay with that. Now, one of my least favorite exercises is cut this by hand. At this point, you can peel out a piece of contact paper that you just cut. Bada boom. There's the glove. Alright. 2 more to go. Back to super speed. Number 2. Come on up, baby. Gotcha. Last one, and then back to the disc. Okay, here's a couple things I'll say about hand cutting before I finish with this. 1, it sucks. I hate it. That's why I got a cutter, a digital cutter. It saves a ton of time. I never cut my hands with it. And, you know, the lines are always perfect. Occasionally, I'll still hand cut something, you know, because it's easy just to hand draw on something like this and then hand cut it after you hand draw it. But the blade's not like a pencil. It doesn't just move in any direction. Frankly, it only moves in one direction, and that's the direction the blade is pointing. So instead of just like sliding it one way, you have to spin the blade for it to turn. Or, like you can see me doing, spinning the piece of paper around. You know, going slow is key and helps, but if you're at a problem spot, the tendency is to work with the blade standing up like this. The further down you have the blade closer to like parallel with the paper, but still with a point for a cutting edge, the less chance you have of catching the contact paper and pulling and stretching it. Here's the good news. I am almost done cutting. I lied, I'm done. Here we go. Let's peel it. And bang. I'm going to brush on the red again. There's a couple tricks you can do with the brush to help prevent bleeding as well. Oh, I'm in there. Oh yeah, count guy, yeah. I got these 3 claw marks here ready to go. Kind of pick a spot for them. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Alright. I'm just trying to stay out of his eyeball. Really. Oh, no. I gotta hang it. Okay, stay like that, Jack. Hold up. Oh, see what happens? It's okay. Alright, now just like before, the key is trying to get this down flat. You can tell it's already a bit of a cluster. You figure out what kind of cluster I'm talking about. got it down pretty much as best as I can here in the ways of wrinkle free. There we go. Alright, here's the thing. I want them to go a little further. Probably a little dangerous, but maybe we should touch up the cuts. Make them a little longer. Alright, this takes. There we go, cut me in here. Not totally even on both sides, but alright, I'm gonna get this off my dome. There, and probably there. And my poker. Alright, now this I'm gluing because there's a wrinkle in it, and it's left a very obvious and easy place for the dye to get to. Back to the fan to dry, and then we'll give her some red. Okay, so the glue has dried. It's time to redden up these claw marks a bit. I'm gonna grab this fire red from Worm Dip. We gotta try our hardest while we're doing this to like not put the red over top of the already dyed black, because the acetone that's already mixed in the Worm Dip will chew it up and make it bleed. And those lines look really hot right now, and I don't want to mess them up. So get some red claws going. Okay, so here's the thing. The edges, because it's contact paper, are going to be susceptible. So what I like to do is start in the middle of the place I'm dyeing until like the brush has started to dry a little bit, and then with the drier brush I'll go back to the edges from the middle. It doesn't guarantee it's not going to bleed, but it's when you dip it in here, you know, I get the drips off here, but then when you take it back, the brush is kind of soaked a little bit. So that soaked part, if it's at the edge and there's somewhere for it to run, it's going to. So getting the brush a little bit drier first, and then going for the edges is the ticket. Being super careful not to hit the black. If you do, and you see a little bit of black come through, you know, don't just keep brushing your way through it. Get your brush back in there, into the red, and it, you know, cleans you back off, so to speak. Switch to the smaller one for a minute. Had I thought of this and then done this step first, I wouldn't have to worry about like all this super fine detail brushwork trying to get in between the black. I could have just laid down the red and then laid down the black over top of that, because this red, since it's a poly dye, can handle being under the vinyl again and not getting torn up. But it gives a chance to at least go over some brushwork. Really, the key, like most of it, is just patience, being willing to go slow. Okay, that's claw number 1. On to claw number 2. One more claw to go. So, I didn't used to have a steady hand. In fact, just the opposite. My hands looked like I was way, way over caffeinated. And in the beginning, when I started doing this stuff, this kind of detail work would not even have been an option for me. But, surprisingly, it's something that's gotten way better with practice, just the steadiness of my hand. Now, I've learned a couple tricks along the way that help me steady it. Like, right now, I'm bracing my hand with my pinky against the disc, which helps take some of the shake out of it. I'm also making sure that I'm resting my hand down here instead of floating it. That helps a significant amount as well. But really, just the more and more I've done it, steadier and steadier my hands have gotten. So, for those of you that don't have steady hands, there's hope. Just gotta keep doing it. Takes a little practice. Okay, I think I'm done. We'll see when I peel it, alright? I might need some touch-up. Yeah, I think I might do a little hand touch-up here and just kind of stretch this out a little bit. Okay, that's all that needed. Whoa. Okay, that is all the touch-up it needs. Let's see, take a quick look. Oh yeah, that's still working. That's like fire. I love it. Okay, we're back. I've been staring at this disc like all night, trying to figure out what to do next to it. I got some ideas. I'm working some stuff out, but here's what we got to do first. Some of these little dots over here especially need to come down a little bit further so that it's even and makes like a little fan there. I don't like that it looks uneven. That's the only reason why. So I'm going to do a couple dots and maybe touch up a couple of these other ones around here that aren't easy. And then what I'm going to do is glue mask some of this for a spin die. The good news is, if I mess up a little, it doesn't matter. It's just like just a blotch anyway. Alright, I feel a little better about that. It wasn't, a lot of action, but it needed to happen. So I'm going to put it in front of the fan and let it dry for a minute or two. And then we'll be back to do a glue mask. Okay, the dye's dry. Let's give it a glue mask. My plan here is to first put a ring so that I know where to stay inside of when I'm doing the spin dye. Man, did that suck, huh? Much better. Move that boy out a bit. And I'm just going to make sure that the stuff outside this line is covered with glue. Alright, that's everything we can see. Now, I get these bits of the mask. But when I'm doing the glue masking for a spin die like this, I like to take the glue just outside of the border of what I'm trying to mask, so that there's just like a tiny little bit of negative space between like what I'm masking and the spin die. Because a lot of times I use the same colors that are on the disc in the spin, and when they, overlap a part that is that color, it kind of loses the effect. So giving it that little bit of a gap, that, overlapping the edge just a tiny bit, so there's some negative space, makes it look a lot better after the spin. Stretch some of this glue back. Thin it out a little bit so that it dries quicker, and so that while it's drying it doesn't start to droop, because I like to prop the disc up in front of the fan so that the air's like hitting, and gravity will have its way with the glue when it's thick. I'm debating to cover up some of that yellow with like scratch marks, and then to dye black over it and then peel it, and then it'll look like there's scratch marks all through the black. I'm gonna try it. Okay, hopefully that looks cool and not stupid. I'm gonna take and put this in front of the fan until it dries, and then we'll circle back for a spin dye. Alright, we're back. The glue's all dried. It didn't take till nighttime. Bomber swung by. We got caught up talking about girls and sports and JoJo's wedding. But we're gonna get this done tonight, because I gotta go in and get my face all busted up again tomorrow. And I won't have a face that's fit for the camera. So we're gonna spin dye this and then peel the glue and then check and see how it looks, but I think that's gonna be it. So we're gonna need a little bit of red, a little bit of yellow, and a little bit of black. And let's start this off. Okay, feel pretty good about it. I want all that yellow there. Now I'm just gonna give it a little bit of red highlight. I might end up doing this red line again after I peel the glue, because I think I want it to be like scratches in the black and then solid red around the outside of the border. And I know that this red's going to be broken up by the glue. Yeah, and then I'm going to put a yellow stripe in there. I'm going to do that after I peel the glue as well, because I want that to be consistent as well. Okay, so I'm going to peel the glue as best as I can here. And the rest I'm probably going to have to go run under some hot water, because there's like a bunch of little pieces. We're going to have to go do this under the hot water. So I'll be right back after I wash the disc. Okay, the glue's all off. It looks kind of cool. Kind of cool. I can dig it. You know, I could mask this very little bit of the mask. Mask the mask. It's going to be in this little portion of spin dye here, but I'm just going to go over it. It's just a tiny little spot. I'm not too worried about it. These aren't meant to be perfect. They're meant to be awesome. Keep that in mind when you're doing it yourself. So we're just going to touch up this red line on the outside of the black to close out the squiggles in it, and then I'm going to do a little bit of yellow highlighting so that it's got some UV effect in the spin. Alright, that's better. It's clean. Pop a little yellow in there. Okay, that's it. One Wolverine TDIDI custom disc. Ready for some lucky winner. Alright guys, best of luck in the giveaway. I'll figure something out, come back and tell you about it. Keep doing it. Whew! That was a hell of a ride. Alright, for those of you that decided to, to strap in and join us for that, I hope you had a good time. And I hope you learned a ton. And that you feel like, man, I'm gonna go make one of these now. If you got more questions, hit us up. We're always around for that kind of stuff. But I'm whooped. That took a lot out of me. So we're gonna get to what everybody came here for, and that is instructions on how to put this pretty mean Wolverine disc into your bag. All right, or how to get a chance at it. 3 things, 3 simple things that you have to do to enter the giveaway. First, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where we do this stuff, and then you'll know, and you can keep getting in on them. 2, we're gonna keep it rolling. If you're into videos where people do like custom die giveaways, hit the like button, drop us a like, and then we'll know, and we'll keep doing them. All right, number 3. This is the tough one for some people, but it's still, I'm keeping it simple. Drop a comment, okay? And you can comment with anything you want. Bob, that video was way too long. Way too long. Bob, I missed the Or, dude, that was everything I ever wanted to learn. Or, Bob, next time, die the stupid garbage pail kids already. Whatever is your comment, somewhere in there, put this in the beginning, the middle, or the end. Hashtag TDIDI, then a space, and then pick a number between 1 and 1,000 and put it right there. I don't know why, but this part confuses some people. Some people just put hashtag TDIDI space parentheses 1-1,000 parentheses. That's not it. You can't pick all the numbers. One number. Pick one number between 1 and 1,000, and then hashtag TDIDI space, bang, put it right there. If you mess it up, you're out. Okay? It's too easy. That's all you have to do to enter. Subscribe, drop a like, comment with the hashtag TDIDI thing. Okay, here's the thing we want you to do, and this is the thing that really means the most to us. Okay, share this thing. Share this video. Share it with your disc golf buddies. Share it with people you think might be into disc dying. Share it with people who are into giveaways. Maybe not. Yes, even them. We're going to put a posting up on our Facebook page. It'll look just like the thumbnail for this video. It's really easy to share there. There's like a button for it. Just spread it around. We're trying to grow this thing. And you guys are what's making it happen. That's what makes us grow, is when it's too much for me. I'm making all the discs. Okay, that's it. Super simple. Bang, bang, bang. And you're up in for all my Friday fans. All right, we'll run this thing for like 2 weeks-ish. I'll tack another weekend on the end. So Sunday, July 14th, 12 o'clock at midnight, Eastern Standard. Boom! I close the polls. And I'm going to wake up the next morning, and I'm going to hit the button. Brrr, stop! It'll pick a number. It might be yours. Someone's going to win this bad boy. And then I'll put up a video in the next day or two announcing the winner. We'll kick it off, and this thing's just going to keep on rolling. Whew. It took a lot out of me. I'm whooped. All right, you guys get it. We'll be back soon with more. Until then, keep doing it. We'll see you soon.
Oh.
Heartbreaker!